Good morning, everyone. So nice to see you. Today, we are going to summarize the five invitations. We've been going through this book, The Five Invitations by Frank Ostasecki. And this book is about what the dying have to teach us about what's important about living. And Frank Ostasecki himself is founded a Zen Buddhist hospice. He has spent many, many hours sitting at the bedside of people making their final transition. He has had the privilege of listening to their stories, listening to their celebrations, to their love, to their regrets, and the important things that they understand about what it means to live a full life. I'll go through the five invitations, just a summary, and then we'll do a little meditation on those. So the first invitation is don't wait. This is knowing the importance of recognizing that life is precious and impermanent. And it doesn't behoove us to postpone the things that truly matter: love, healing, forgiveness, honesty, presence. The invitation here is to act now, to speak your truth, and to live fully, not someday, but today. The second invitation is welcome everything, push away nothing. And this goes back to the idea that reality, really, that suffering eases up when we stop resisting what life offers us. The invitation here is to open to all of life, the joy and the grief, the comfort and the pain, the certainty and confusion. Everything belongs, nothing is excluded. This is the fullness of what it means to be human. And every experience has something to teach us. The third invitation is bring your whole self to the experience. What experience? Well, the experience of life. Bring your whole self to your life. That just means you don't have to be present, but just show up. Show up to your life, show up to whatever the situation is, and bring your tenderness, your compassion, your fatigue, your wisdom, your doubt. Bring your wholeness, not your perfection. Nobody cares about that. It's your wholeness that is the medicine. And true healing can only happen when we show up as we are, our naked, messy selves. Fourth invitation is to find a place of rest in the middle of things. The peace isn't something we find after all of our problems have been solved. In fact, if we're waiting for all of our problems to be solved and for life to be easy, for us to get over that hurdle or this one or that one, then we may never find peace. And so our challenge here, our invitation, is to find peace, touch peace in the thick of life and its complexity. Even in chaos, there's a still point, and you can be the still point, you can touch the still point, and you can learn to rest there. 5, cultivate don't know mind. Some would call this beginner's mind. It's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to not know how things will unfold. It's okay to not have a crystal ball and be able to predict the future. And sometimes we cling to trying to control the future by trying to really control the present. And no matter how much we cling to that illusion that we have control, the more suffering we create for those around us as well as ourselves. So, entering into a situation with don't know mind. And the invitation is to cultivate that because it doesn't come easily. It's natural to try to make sense of things. It takes an enormous amount of trust in ourselves that no matter what comes around the bend, we will be okay. We will be able to navigate what life brings us. So, entering into each situation in our life with a sense of openness, a sense of curiosity and humility, not thinking we know the answers, not thinking we can read people's minds and we know what they're going to say, but keeping ourselves alive to the mystery of life as it unfolds moment by moment. This is truly the definition of mindfulness. Not knowing isn't ignorance. It's, we might be able to call it fertile wisdom. So, just to recap, the 5 invitations are don't wait, welcome everything, push away nothing, bring your whole self to the experience, find a place of rest right in the middle of things, cultivate don't know mind. Death is not the opposite of life, but a teacher within it. Nothing is guaranteed. So say what you need to say, forgive, start the project, take the risk. Your vulnerability is not a liability. It's your portal to connection, deep connection. Peace is portable. It's as close as your own breath. We're not here to control life. We are here to participate in it. And when we stop needing to know everything, we begin to see more clearly what's right here. And wholeness comes from including all of yourself, not editing out the messy bits. All right, so let's gather for meditation. This will be about 15 minutes. So pause if you like and make sure that you're taken care of. And then when you're ready, go ahead and start the video again. So finding a seat that is comfortable for you, that allows you to feel supported and awake. Allowing the eyes to close gently or just softening your gaze. And feeling the weight of your body supported by the ground, by the earth. Noticing the contact points where your feet touch the floor, where your bottom touches your seat, where your back touches the back of a chair, if it is. Allowing the breath to come naturally, not needing to change it or control it, just meeting it. Taking a few full breaths with a slightly longer exhale. Just breathing, arriving to yourself, a soft landing into this moment. Bringing to mind the first invitation, don't wait. And as you breathe, just noticing if there's anything in your heart that arises when you hear those words, don't wait. Something that needs to be said, a project that needs to be completed, someone you need to reach out to. It can be anything, just especially those things that are sort of tucked away on hold in the background. And without judgment, just gently asking yourself, what really matters? If I knew time was short, what would really matter about this situation? You may not have the answers right now, and that's really good. This is just a matter of letting these questions open up something in you. You can place your hand on your heart if you like, and feel what stirs when you connect to the preciousness of life with a sense of awe and wonder. You are alive, and now is the time. I'm just breathing that in. And the second invitation, welcome everything, push away nothing. Notice what's here in this moment for you, your emotions, your resistance to the last question, your confusion, your thoughts, sensations in your body, pleasant or unpleasant. Can you welcome each one of them at the door of your awareness? Even the uncomfortable ones, even the not knowing, even the resistance, even the doubt, even the confusion. None of these need to be fixed. And we may not even like some of these, but it's okay to say inwardly, this too belongs, because it is part of my experience as a human on this earth. And just breathe with whatever is there, whatever comes up. Allow it to be part of the whole of you. The third invitation then is bring your whole self. Bring your whole self to the experience of life. Taking a moment to notice all the parts of you that are present right now. The strong parts, the tender parts, the parts of you You don't want anyone else to see the confused, the wise, the tired, the curious. What if they're all welcome? What if there's nothing that we need to leave at the door? What if no part of you is too messy, too ungrounded, too broken? Let yourself breathe gently into those parts of you that you like to keep hidden. There's no need to make them public, but hidden from yourself. What would it be like to just show up in your life with your whole self? Bring all of you here. All of you is welcome. What's it like to feel that kind of deep self-inclusion? The fourth invitation is find a place of rest in the middle of things. Find a place of rest in the middle of things. The truth is, life is rarely neat and tidy. There's rarely not something going on that feels like it's a tangled up, unresolved, and more important, unfinished, and still right here, right now, just like you are right now, you can touch a pocket of rest deep within yourself. Everything doesn't have to be solved, but in this moment, you can pause, you can breathe. You're invited to allow, letting your body soften just a little, noticing where you might clench your belly, your jaw, shoulders. Breathe into the messiness of your life and remind yourself, I can rest even in the middle of this. I can find a pocket of rest. It's even as life continues to swirl around you, there is a still point within that, as close as your breath. Give yourself a minute to experience that and settle into that. The last invitation, cultivate don't know mind. Well, what if you didn't need to figure it all out right now? What if you could let go of needing answers? Beginner's mind is soft and curious. It's spacious. It's gentle. It's just allowing ourselves to be in the mystery rather than feeling called to solve it. And you might even say to yourself, I have no idea. And that's okay. Or I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what's coming up. And that's okay. Or you could try, I wonder what would happen if I had just stayed quiet and curious. So letting the questions be the opportunity rather than a burden, the opportunity to be open, the invitation to be still, and the invitation to feel the freedom of just not knowing. And as we begin to wind up this meditation, just taking a few conscious breaths to gather yourself and notice how you feel now. Notice what may have softened or opened, but also what is still stirring. Because you are alive, that means that you're growing. That means that you're still learning. We are still learning to live more fully, one breath, one moment at a time. As you begin the return to your day, I invite you to carry the invitations with you, not as rules, but as companions, not as pressure, but as invitations. One more breath in and one more breath out, beginning to move your body a little bit, taking your awareness and expanding it to include your surroundings. As you begin to gently open your eyes when you're ready, be sure to take your gaze away from this screen and put your gaze, look around at your life, where you're sitting, the things that make up your life, that decorate your life, that mean something to you. Make contact with your life. Make contact with your body. Let your eyes and your heart open, and may your heart stay open. I thank you for your practice today. And may you live fully, love boldly, and rest deeply in the middle of